Itong invention na ito ng insertion, itong invention na ito ng insertion at insertion fee at flood control at rock netting, ito, tingnan nyo mabuti, you trace the budget. Nangyayari lang ito since 2022. Nangyayari lang ito since 2022.
Ito yung clip na pinagva-viral ng mga DDS. Ang interview ni epic fail budolerang si Shibuli Bambam Rowena Guanzon, kung saan sinasabi niya na ang Marcos administration daw ang champion pagdating sa corruption. And of course, hindi mawawala ang name drop kay Martin Romualdez, first cousin ni PBBM, na nag-resign na as House Speaker to give way for the ongoing investigation by the ICIO Independent Commission for Infrastructure. Sa interview na to ni Guanzon, ang dami niyang pinagsasabing fake news, exaggeration at half-truths na kailangan nating i-unpack. Pero first off, sino nga ba si Guanzon? Well, she's claiming na kakamping daw siya dahil appointee siya ni former President Noynoy Aquino.
Bakit po kayo naging DDS? Hindi po ako DDS. Kakamping po ako, di ba? I'm really left of center. So yung mga DDS, ano sila, they're originally pro-Duterte. Alright? And then they represent Duterte's principles, right?
Yeah, right. Isn't she funny? Pero wait, anong sinasabi niya? They're originally pro-Duterte daw, kaya nga DDS. Wala nang originally na adverb, Rowena. Anong kabubuhan yan? Anyways, let's continue. Pero sa last elections, kung saan isa siyang malaking olats o biggest loser, lumabas ang tunay niyang kulay na berde. Isa siyang flaming DDS or Dutay. Sabi pa niya, ang Marcos regime daw ang the champion and gets the trophy of trophies.
This one is the champion. This one gets the trophy of trophies because tinuruan nga sila ni Romualdez eh. Ito na yung worst.
Let's be objective here. Full disclosure, the Daily Netizen and the people that manage it didn't vote for PBBM, unlike most DDS who voted for him. Ngayon, itong mga pinagsasabi ni Guanzon tungkol sa corruption sa flood control, ngayon lang naman siya nagdakdak dahil mismong si PBBM ang nagbulgar and he even allowed everything to be exposed. Hindi kagaya noong panahon ni Digongyo kung saan ang multi-billion peso Pharmally scandal ay pilit na tinakpan at kinover up. At ang masaklap pa, ang pinaka-involved ay mga dayuhan, lalo na si Michael Yang na hindi lang suspected drug lord kundi suspected CCP spy pa.
The Blue Ribbon Committee recommends charges against several personalities linked to the Duterte government's allegedly anomalous supply deals with Pharmally Pharmaceutical Corporation. Topping the initial findings is former presidential economic advisor Michael Yang, who the panel once slapped with several cases and to be deported as an undesirable alien. It recommended filing charges of perjury against him, as well as Pharmally officials Lincoln Ong and Crizel Mago. Committee Chairman Senator Richard Gordon vows to push through with the investigation despite President Duterte's attempts to derail the proceedings.
Ito po ay panimula pa lamang, hindi katapusan po ito. Ito po lang po ang unang yugto ng pagpapanagot ng mga taong nangahas magnakaw sa kaban ng bayan habang nasa gitna tayo ng karimlan ng pandemic. Sinusubukan po nila ngayon pagtakpan ang kanilang karumaldumal na mga krimen.
Imagine that, isang suspected CCP spy ang inappoint ni Digongyo as his economic advisor. A foreign spy was pulling the strings at kumita pa ng bilyones mula sa gobyerno natin. That's not just corruption, that's total bastardization of our sovereignty. Kaya nga kailangan ituloy ang investigation at accountability sa Pharmally scandal na yan. Kasi lumalabas na hindi lang magnanakaw ang mga Duterte, kundi tuta rin ng China si Digongyo. Tapos si Rowena Guanzon pa, she even tried to play down EJK as if it's not worse than stealing from public coffers.
Nung time ni Duterte, kahit anong sabihin nyo kay Duterte, EJK, mamatay tao, ganyan, nagmumura, pero takot sila kay Duterte magnakaw ng hayag-hayagan kasi mumurahin sila ni Digong.
Dito mo malalaman kung anong klaseng utak meron siya. Ano ang mas malala? The unconstitutional arrest and killing of innocent individuals falsely accused of drug-related crimes o ang pagnanakaw ng bilyones. Hindi lang yan, kinurap ni Digongyo, hindi lang ang PNP at military natin, kundi na rin ang DOJ at judiciary. Yung mga inosenteng buhay, hindi na yan maibabalik. Yung pera, pwede pang kitain o utangin. Hindi ba't si Duterte ang nagdoble ng utang ng lahat ng presidenteng nauna sa kanya? Hindi lang butanghero si Digongyo, utanghero din siya.
Takot sila. Ito, pinsan niya. Oh, sagot mo kami, boss, ha? Oh. Di sila takot. Oh, di ba?
Ngayon, sa kanyang pinakamalaking kasinungalingan at fake news, invention daw ng Marcos admin ang budget insertions sa national budget at flood control. Since 2022 lang daw ito nangyayari.
Kaya itong invention na ito ng insertion at insertion fee at flood control at rock netting, ito, tingnan nyo mabuti, you trace the budget. Nangyayari lang ito since 2022.
That's a total lie, and it proves na either wala talagang alam si Shibuli Bambam Rowena o nagsisinungaling siya. Budget insertion scandals, kung saan lawmakers add or modify funding items, often for pet projects or pork barrel-like allocations during congressional deliberations, ay hindi nag-originate kay PBBM. They are a chronic problem in Philippine fiscal politics, dating back pa sa American colonial era. Kaya nga yung more than 1 trillion pesos na flood control corruption covers 10 years. Kasama dyan ang term ni Digongyo kung saan halos 1 trillion ang budget para sa flood control.
But of course, Diskaya started in 2016
Anong
and
sabi niya?
started to get their billions.
O, anong sabi
by
niya?
2019.
Tinanong siya, bakit nung panahon ni Digong wala kang ganun? Wala naman po nanghingi nung panahon ni President Duterte.
Walang nanghingi? That's total fake news. Sa angkangkungan ba nagtatago si Rowena Guanzon? The Diskaya's lawyer already revealed the truth na minanipula ni Rodante Marcoleta ang mag-asawang Diskaya at ang sworn statement nila. Bakit hindi kasama ang term ni Digongyo? Kasi hindi daw yun hiningi ng Senado o Blue Ribbon Committee kung saan former chairman si Marcoleta. Ang hiningi ay from July 2022 to present. Mukhang hindi alam yan ni Rowena.
Magbase ho tayo sa kung ano yung pinapagawa or gustong malaman ng Senado kasi sila yung nag-umpisa dyan. So, nag-comply ho kami doon from July 2022 to present. So, kaya ho ganyan yung affidavit. Wala hong selective memory doon.
Tungkol sa budget insertions, nasaan si Rowena Guanzon noong inexpose ni Senator Ping Lacson ang billions in anomalous pork barrel insertions by House members, totaling around 75 billion pesos in late 2018 and early 2019. These were last-minute realignments of funds for pet projects of corrupt politicians, violating the Supreme Court's 2013 ban on PDAF-like allocations.
The budget was delayed because even after both houses ratified the BICAM report, meaning yun ang final version, and yet they still inserted around 75 billion pesos. And that we could not agree to. So what we did was to again scrutinize and find out which of those 75 billion pesos worth of projects yung napasok doon sa after or post BICAM ratification. And unconstitutional because there's a provision in the Constitution na after the third and final reading, wala nang papasok na amendments.
Senators continue to scrutinize the lower house approved version of President Duterte's proposed 3.7 trillion peso 2019 national budget. Among those uncovered by the Senate are the 75 billion peso additional fund of the Department of Public Works and Highways, supposedly given by the Department of Budget and Management, and the 27.7 billion peso assistance to the local government unit, which DILG officials said is not under the department's control. The This prompted Senate Minority Leader Franklin Drilon to ask, why did the DBM slash the proposed 36 billion peso DOH budget for its hospital facilities enhancement program that's supposed to benefit more than 900 government hospitals and health centers? No fund is also available for the salary of some 26,000 government health workers.
Kung nag-research lang si Rowena, malalaman niya na involved din ang DPWH sa budget insertion scandals noong panahon ni Digong Yo. So ano bang pinagsasabi niya? Puro kabubuhan at fake news lang.